What's up, gaming heroes, and welcome back to another awesome World of Warcraft video. In today's video, we're going to be discussing whether World of Warcraft is worth playing in 2022. So first is first, World of Warcraft is on a subscription model, which basically means that up to level 20, the game is completely free, but if you want to play past level 20, you need to do two things. First of all, you need to buy the most recent expansion. Luckily, you don't need to go through and buy all of the older expansions, and there is quite a lot, as you can see here on screen, but you just need to buy the current expansion and a monthly sub. Now, I'm not going to say the price of the monthly sub because it is different in every form of currency, and on this channel, I have a huge variety of different countries watching, and so everyone's going to be paying a different cost. However, there is a bonus that comes with paying for a sub, and this is kind of an older subscription model type thing in the gaming industry, and that is the game continues to get updated. It isn't just released and then never updated. It receives regular updates, and when you buy an expansion, you aren't just buying that expansion, you're also buying all of the things that get released during that expansion. So a lot of the time there's about 2 to 4 different raids released per expansion, and this basically gets released every few months or so it keeps you interested in the game and it keeps you wanting to play, and you don't just get too much, like, you know, content and stuff to play all at once. You have a variety of different things to do. Let's take Shadowlands, for example. First, we had Castle Nathria, the awesome raid. Then we went into the Sanctum of Domination, and then we're going to have a new raid shortly, which we're really excited for. World of Warcraft is a fantasy-themed MMORPG with somewhat vertical progression, which basically means that you start level 1 and then you level all the way up to the maximum level. In Shadowlands, that is level 60 right now. You get to play as a variety of different classes, and you get to play as a variety of different races, so you can really customize your character to suit you as a person and not just who you want to be in the game. If you want to be someone else completely in the game, you can do that, and if you want to make a character that looks and feels like your personality, then you can do that. WoW does operate on the Holy Trinity type of gameplay in the MMORPG space, and this basically means that most groups are made up of 5 people, and that is 3 DPS, which are considered damage per second, so that's damage dealer classes, and then you have 1 healer who heals the group, and then you have 1 tank who's there to take the punishment, to take the hits, so that they can protect everyone in the group. You also get raids as well, and raids are really exciting because they have a lot more people in, and the group's dynamics change with that. So you might need multiple tanks, you might need multiple healers, you might need a lot of DPS depending on what you're doing. As a new player, you will have access to Exile's Reach, so that is effectively where you start from level 1 and you work all the way up to level 10, and you go through the World of Warcraft tutorial basis, which will teach you everything about the game. This was made at the start of Shadowlands, so it is really up to date with the current game systems and will teach you absolutely everything that you need to know about starting World of Warcraft and getting started with this wonderful game. I would like to add, I've been playing this game for around 18 years. I started playing when I was 11 years old, and I'm 29 now. I played this game with my dad and my 2 older brothers for all of that time, and we have loved every second of it. So I'm naturally going to have a certain level of bias with this game because it's so close, near and dear to my heart. I absolutely love this game, and it's kept me interested over many, many years. And that is just because of the huge variety of classes, the huge variety of races, storylines, and various different tasks and classes and everything that you can do within the game. You can do player versus player, where you go into combat and you're fighting other players to win a victory in some sort of battlegrounds, whether that is capture the flag or take the point and control the point, whatever it is you are doing. Or you can go into raid and fight fierce enemies as groups of players come together and work together to overcome that powerful enemy. Or If you're not into either of those things, that's completely fine because they have collection stuff as well. So you can actually go out into the world and collect pets. You can go collect toys. You can go collect mounts. You can go collect even customizations for your characters. There are so much different things that you can do in the game that keeps you super interested to play the game long term. That's why, you know, it's so easy to get into World of Warcraft and stay a gamer for many, many years to come. Now, as you get started in World of Warcraft, you will be asked to choose a realm. And when you have to choose a realm, that basically means you're choosing whether you want to play with new players, whether you want to choose to play with experienced players, i.e. a full realm, a high population realm. You get to choose whatever realm you want to play with. If you don't want to play with many people at all, and you want to be more of like, I guess, a solo-based player, maybe even a lower population realm would suit you better. Or say you want to play with more new people, choosing a new player realm would be the place for you to personally go. World of Warcraft is split into different regions of the world. So if you play on NA, you'll be playing with NA people. If you're playing on EU, you'll be playing with EU. As a new player in World of Warcraft, you will have to level in the previous expansion questline. So if this is your first time playing through during Shadowlands, you'll have to play the previous expansion, which is Battle for Azeroth, from level 10 to 50. Now, for returning players or anyone playing in alt who has played World of Warcraft for a long time, you won't need to do that. You can play through any way of leveling that you so choose, and you only have to play through the previous expansion once, and then it is completely open to you in the future of leveling any way that you so wish. This is basically just a form of gameplay that Blizzard have introduced to make it so everyone can be up to date with a storyline and really knows what's happened in the previous expansion before they've chosen to introduce this new feature. Now, this video isn't to kind of tell you all the things that you need to do to get caught up in the current Shadowlands, because that's really not what this video is about. This video is about why it is worth playing World of Warcraft in 2022. I think the main point here for people is there is something to do no matter who you are in World of Warcraft. If you want to focus on only the newest content at all times, then by all means you can 100% do that. If that's your interest, if you only ever want to do like what's brand new in World of Warcraft, then you're always going to have something new, you know, every 3 to 6 months when they release a new patch. However, if you're more into like the collectional aspect where you can just go out there and collect all the wonderful things, you can do that. If you're more into like the competitive scene where you want to dominate enemies and destroy them in epic battles, you can 100% do that as well. If you want to show your understanding and ability to know mechanics of say a raid or a dungeon, then you can do that and you can memorize how to fight certain bosses in the best way possible. You can even push dungeons and go into Mythic Plus, which are a form of dungeons but much harder, and the rewards are much greater as a result. You can go into Mythic Plus with groups of people or friends, and you can destroy all of the enemies within a certain time limit to get really cool and epic gear. If you're more about just getting achievements, you can look through Blizzard's UI and have a look at some of their wonderful achievements, where you can literally spend hundreds and hundreds of hours looking to get all of these wonderful achievements done for your specific character. You also will get cool titles such as this one here, the Seeker, or you can get the Healer or the Farmer, or all these other really cool little things you can do in the game. If you're more into money making, the gold making, give me the gold, then you can go out and figure out different ways to farm things, sell things, maybe even craft things. This brings me on to my next point. World of Warcraft has professions. Professions you can choose to be a cook. You can be a fisherman if you want to. You can even be an archaeologist. Oh, archaeology. Let's find some stuff in the dirt. Or you can do a variety of different other main professions, as these other ones down here are more secondary. Your main professions will allow you to craft various different goods, ranging from potions to pieces of equipment to even gems or even enchanting your gear. There are so many different professions that you can take up and learn. However, each character can only have 2 primary professions. This basically means that it's very advantageous to have alts, which are alternate characters for you in World of Warcraft, and gives you a lot more, which gives you more of a fresh play every time you play a new character, because you're always trying out something new. There's no point, making another character that does the exact same thing as your previous character. You may as well try something new. A lot of people just get a lot of satisfaction from going out into the world, slaying enemies and skinning them for their leather, or going out into the world and farming ore and finding those epic ore pieces out in the world. Some people like to sit, relax, and talk with friends. They play on a role-play server. And this basically means that you are basically acting as your character in that game. And so a lot of the time, people on a roleplay server will have other friends that they do role-playing with, and they all role-play together to impersonate their characters or create storylines for the characters individually, and they get a lot of satisfaction from this. Additionally, some people love to go into the world and just explore the lore aspect of this game. That is, go out into the world and play through every single storyline and understand everything about the backstory of the game individually. And there is a lot. There is 18 years of backstory for you guys to look through, and it is so filled with amazing history and information for you guys to soak up and enjoy. Now, it is worth noting that once you paid for your subscription for World of Warcraft, if you are good at gold making, you can actually pay for your subscription using the in-game gold that you make in World of Warcraft. This is called a WoW token, which you can basically also purchase to get gold in-game. If you don't have time to do some gold farming, you can actually just buy this using IRL money, and then the game will give you gold in game. Additionally, it works the other way as well. If you make gold, you can buy a WoW token, and this will add 30 days game time to your account, or it will reward you a certain amount of currency on your Battle.net, which you can either use to buy in-game shop mounts, toys, pets, and equipment like that, or you can use this to even buy other Blizzard Activision games, which is super cool and very useful if you're into that. There's a lot of people who will make gold in World of Warcraft and then use that gold to buy things in something like Hearthstone. It's really fun, and it gives you something to work towards at all times. That's why a lot of people get into gold making in the first place. I myself do a lot of gold making here on the channel, and I have a lot of awesome videos to get you started in that sort of thing. This also means that you can always pay for your World of Warcraft subscription simply by just making some gold. It's pretty cool because you make a lot of gold from just playing the game. With the introduction of the auction house, this also means there are opportunities for you to buy pieces of equipment or random trade goods on the auction house, such as leather. And from this leather, you can kind of find different things that are maybe priced too cheaply, and you can buy it and stick it back on the auction house at a higher price. You can do anything you want to make gold. You can channel your inner goblin in World of Warcraft for that, which is super fun as well. And so, my friends, it brings us to the amazing part of this video, which is World of Warcraft worth it in 2022? I would hugely say that it is worth it. And if you have a lot of time to spend playing the game, even if you don't have a lot of time to spend playing the game is designed so that you can get anything done in World of Warcraft, regardless of if you have all of the hours in the world to play the game, or even if you only have a few hours, a week to play it. You can still get all of the wonderful things done in the game, and you can find something that you love in the game, no matter who you are and what you like to do. This is a fantastic game, and it does have a huge amount of perks. I've met some wonderful people over the years who I am now lifelong friends with. I've seen people get married from World of Warcraft. They've met for the first time in World of Warcraft, then decided to meet up IRL, and that's led on to them getting married IRL, which is fantastic and so heartwarming to see. There are relationships made, relationships forged, guilds to be joined, people to meet, gameplay to be had and done and completed, and lessons to be learned along the way. I would hugely say that this game is worth it, and I really hope that some of you will continue to play the game or consider starting to play the game again. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please leave me a comment in the section below and consider hitting the like button. If you want to check out some more of my guides, feel free to subscribe. And if you want to support me in any way, shape or form, check out my Patreon, which the link is in the description below, and that gives you a bunch of secret gold making guides. Thanks for watching. This is Erosium out, and I will see you next time.